Thanks for staying with us here at News Now. Well, earlier on, the Speaker of House of Representatives, Abbas Tajudeen, had withdrawn the Counter Subversion Bill and other related draft legislations following widespread public concerns. Joining me now is Public Analyst Olatubosun Fasulu. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. All right, let's take a look at this bill. First off, some analysts describe the entire bill as a favor, scoring a move from the presidency with indeed no real intent or no real purpose. First off, what do you make of the bill in the first instance?
Personally, from a personal opinion, I think the bill is a right step in the right direction. Of course, for those who are describing the bill as a favor-seeking move by the federal government, of course, the last protest actually gave a platform for the federal government to, of course, bring up such an issue. And of course, when such an issue, came up at the last protest, national protest, I think it makes sense for any government to also take the right step to ensure that, such is not in the future. So I consider the bill, even though the bill is withdrawn,
okay,
the right direction. We need to be very, very aware of the things we do.
Okay. Well, some have actually said the bill is anti-democratic at this point, especially looking at the fact that no bill has been put in place for those who are, in quotes, corrupt. And no bill has equally been brought forth that would actually see that past governors or presidents are held accountable. How do you see to this?
Yes, thank you so much. You say that the bill is anti-democratic, may not be totally correct. We're all aware that a number of institutions in the country have been put in place to go after corrupt men, corrupt leaders, of course, who at, one time or the other, of course, debts with the economy of the country. We not, implementing well is a completely different thing. And that should not provide us a platform for anarchy. We should not encourage people to do the wrong thing. Like I said earlier on, the bill is a right step in the right direction. We should all condemn some of the issues that arose during the last protest, like, of course, people, so protest is meant to, strengthen unity. Like, of course, we all came together to express our grievances. And of course, protest, it's also meant to mount prayer, on decision makers, which that protest, I think, has done. And of course, that last protest attracted global attention. We should not allow it to cross the lines. It almost crossed the lines, because for people to come out and say, yes, we, it's not the time, for us to advocate for a regime. It is the wrong way to ask for, a change of regime. If we want to change the regime, we wait until it is time for another election, then we change. We vote them out. Yes. Thank you so much.
Mr. Fasulu, let me ask you a question. I mean, this is. I don't mean to be personal, but would you agree with me that not everyone knows how to recite the national anthem? I don't know if you do. And do you think it's worth it to say? I don't know if you do. I mean, correct. I wish you could recite it before. I mean, everyone, but I'm sure you personally would have challenges reciting that national anthem. Anyway, my question.
Yes, not everyone, knows how to recite national
good. So,
anthem.
what do you make of the imposing of 5 to 10 million naira in prison sentence for anyone who cannot recite the national anthem?
That may be an extreme decision, really, because we all, as a Nigerian, it is our responsibility to be able to recite our national anthem. Whether we are annoyed with the government, we know that our government have not done, enough to alleviate poverty. There's a huge poverty in the country, and of course, working against or rejecting your national anthem is also not the way to go about that. We must manage issues very well. Two wrongs, they say, don't make a right. And so we have to go ahead. We have to go, and learn the national. It's our national. This country is our country, and so our national anthem is part of what distinguishes us, as a country and as a people living together to achieve a common goal. Personally, I still feel that the new national anthem, which was the old one, I feel more connected. It again reminds me of my responsibility, not only as a Nigerian from a certain, ethnic group, but of course as a Nigerian, that accommodates everyone who is, from the other, ethnic groups in the country. I think the fine of 10 million.
All right, Mr. Fasulu, I mean, one last question for you. I really wish I could ask so much more, but one last question. Do you think this bill, especially looking at the fact that one cannot recite the national anthem, is what Nigerians truly need at this point? Is that the most critical thing that should be looked into?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
All right. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
All right, then.